All right, yo, what is going on, guys? It is day 2 of the Bluebird build. And as you guys saw from the last video, this thing doesn't really do good burnouts. So how we're gonna resolve that is these things. This is an SR20 DET manifold. It was actually the manifold that was on my S15, the very first one that I ran. And this turbo is actually the first turbo that I also ran. The seals on this turbo are gone, but it still boosts. So it still works like a proper turbo. It just smokes a lot. Here is a really cheap fuel pressure regulator. Obviously you don't want to run one of these in your real cars, but for things like that, these are fine. The plan is to bump up the fuel pressure so it runs really rich. And right here is the stock side mount intercooler that came with the 300ZX engine. I plan to run a front mount intercooler, so I'm not going to use these intercoolers at all. So I kind of grabbed all the piping and one intercooler, and we're going to be throwing all of this in. Once that's all installed, we'll take this thing for a rip and see how the revised setup does burnouts. Step 1, we're going to be taking the heat shield off and the manifold. Here's the stock fuel pressure regulator that's going to come out, and we're going to mount it like somewhere here.
Hopefully the injectors can handle whatever we put through the fuel pressure regulator.
What do you think will fail first?
Yeah.
We'll see. All right, got the heat shield off. There's the manifold. Those bolts are up next. I got the fuel pressure regulator all mounted. Getting the turbos ready. We actually want as many boost leaks as possible, so there's less force going into the engine. In this case, boost leaks are good. It's looking okay though.
Yeah, it's actually pretty decent. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Nice, that one looks okay.
Not the stud.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's fine, that's fine. Yeah, Jesse was saying if it's like a 8 PSI turbo with like 3-4 boost leaks, you're only getting like 4 or 5 PSI into the engine, so it's safer that way. Just putting the turbo together here, kind of rigging it. This piece didn't line up, so we had to trim it.
Was one of these a good
As
size?
you could see, had a washer. But she's going pretty good. Did you get all the manifold bolts out?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look at that. There's the turbo one. Dude, this is gonna be sick. Hey, after a bunch of exhaust cutting.
Holy.
There's the Terpski.
Dude,
Look how perfect this fits.
literally,
There's the body line and the intercooler.
it's contoured right to it, and then this will fit right there somehow.
Yeah, so we need to
Flex it
find, like
over a
do a
little bit.
double reducer because this goes straight to the intake. But yeah, we are just talking about like so OEM. Look at this.
Terpski.
Oh yeah, that's sitting there looking pretty. Look at that. Look, pipes are like perfectly there, ready for routing, like nice and easy. Tons of room right here.
So filter's gonna sit here? And
Oh, dude, yes. I think the MAF will actually reach too.
put this down here.
Oh, this is gonna be amazing. Oh my god.
Dude.
So
Other way, right? Like this.
Yeah, and
We
the
can,
filter.
oh shit, we can't angle that, hey?
No.
We should build like a duct that leads to this.
Yeah, yo, no headlight, just like.
Oh
yeah,
yo,
yeah.
right there.
Check out our intercooler.
Fuck yeah.
Look how we're gonna route this. Subaru STI style. Top mount.
It's pretty much us, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that is nice.
What the f are you going on about?
My sick JDM mod. And it's for this actual weather condition right now.
Oh, one of those, eh?
I've never seen one of these.
Really?
Maybe I'm just dumb, but like.
No, I've only seen him once and it was recent actually. Maybe it's a new thing. Update on the piping. Was able to get the MAF over here. So that's going straight to the turbo. As you can see, we have this charge pipe starting to take place. Intercooler is going to be here. Now to hook up the pressure regulator. So here's a stock fuel pressure regulator. This piece right here will be bolted up to this. Got a new vacuum line coming off the intake. Teed right here. One goes to the regulator and then one goes to the wastegate of the Terpski. All right, so it started to hail and the Bluebird Bluebirds in the shop, so we had to run to the car wash here. Cars are looking dope. Oh shit.
Princess Auto. Make it work.
Yeah, look at that slogan on it. Make it work. That is the
Exactly
slogan.
what we're doing.
Yeah, with the Bluebird. FPR is in and all plumbed. Hell yeah, look at that. Vacuum lines all teed and zip tied. Same thing with the wastegate, and we're working on intercooler piping for the intake. Intercooler piping's all routed, ready to go. And yeah, Devin, you want to explain what these are?
Why me?
Well, yeah, okay, the thing is, this coupler...
I don't know what's up with this one.
Yeah, okay, this coupler off the turbo charge pipe is really long, and it goes up to like here. And so we just taped it together. It like interference fits inside of this pipe. It's really tight, and it goes up to here, like we said. So we just taped the outside. It's positive pressure anyway, so it's like it comes out of here, like the coupler just ends here. Same story over here with this tape. Squeezed in there, really far in, and then just taped. Got the intercooler right here that we're going to be building a STI style scoop for. And yeah, same thing here, where this pipe interference fit on the intercooler super tight, and then it goes really deep, like up to here.
Yeah, it's interference fit here too.
As well, yeah. So this is like exhaust piping, but so in theory, it should work. Next step's the battery. I'm just gonna spray some WD-40 in the old turbo right in there. And then we'll do first startup, open turbo.
Hell yeah.
By the way, check out our sick air filter. It's just Jesse's cut up stock air filter pressed against this. Should be okay. And now we're gonna put the fuel pump fuse back in and set the pressure on it. And then it'll be ready for the first startup. So we're just adjusting the screws to raise the pressure on the scale. Woo, okay, yeah. It's open turbo. Be generous.
Our first no fucks turbo build start.
That happened before the turbo too. You should give it some gas.
Shit, eh? I think because it doesn't have an exhaust manifold, like a downpipe.
No.
No? Give her gas, bud.
I am.
Oh no!
Fuck.
No, keep it going. Keep it down. Yeah, for a little bit. Oh no. What's it idling at?
It's not idling. You hear that?
Take it for a rip.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, yo, the throttle's not even working, dude.
Really?
The throttle doesn't even work. Okay, so we started the car and it was just like idling completely fine, but there was no like throttle. Like we were pushing the pedal and there was no throttle.
Yeah.
But this nub,
Yeah, that nub right there,
came off,
which is attached to another throttle body.
attached to that. So I think it should idle good
Yeah.
now, and now we can
And drive.
try it again. Oh, dude, holy. Just perfect, man. Like, perfect, huh?
We just did a sick pull, but it didn't get recorded. So we're gonna go do one right now.
Definitely not as hard as the first pull you had. But...
Yeah, maybe there's a leak somewhere. Kind of hear the turbo.
Yeah, dude. That's definitely boosted. It is pretty peppy, man.
Time to start the race car up. So Jesse's gonna drive the Bluebird.
Yo, it feels healthy. Yo, that's pretty sick. The brakes are fucked, dude.
Good little pull right there. Try to do a
type, Area
burnout
51 mod.
with the revised
That's what we call
turbo
caution
setup.
concussion.
Right off the
So he's about to neutral drop it at redline. This goes. A little bit better. I think it's just like losing compression. Where is he going? Park it, bro. Oh god. Dude, he's just enjoying this so much.